we are going to be focusing on just little sequences that you can do, fit inside your day, focusing on certain areas like the back, shoulders, and hips, certain things that, since we're sitting a lot, not getting a lot of time outdoors would be great. So this sequence will be focusing on shoulders, and let's get started. So get into a nice, comfortable seated posture. Begin to even out your breath, making sure your inhales are even with your exhales. Beginning to drop out of the normal day-to-day goings-ons so that you can tap into this moment, tuning into your body, your inner world, shaping this practice for yourself. We're going to take 5 breaths, but what I want you to do is you're going to inhale and count that as 1. Exhale, count that as 2. So you're going to count up to 10. So inhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Exhale, 10. And notice with that kind of breath, with each round, you kind of get a little bit deeper into it each time and relax it. Great to do when you are just a little bit stressed. Take one big inhale and exhale, leaning your head towards your right shoulder, pushing your left palm towards the mat, or you can flip your hand and put it underneath your bottom. That might give you a little bit more intensity. If you want just a little bit more, adding that hand on top of your head, not pulling, just resting. Take one more inhale. Exhale, coming back to center and switch sides. Evening it out, trying all the other things that you did on the right side. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Really reaching with your left. Opening up your side body. Take one more inhale. Exhale all the way through to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale your arms back down. Make your way to tabletop. And once you're set up, begin to move through cat and cow. Inhaling, dropping your belly towards the mat. Head and chest forward. Exhale, pushing into your palms and shins, rounding your spine towards the ceiling, dropping the head between your shoulders. Beginning to move at the pace of your own breath. Once you've gone through a few rounds of that, you can add in any extra added movements that you might need. Bumping your hips out to the side, maybe looking over each shoulder, get some spine articulation. Maybe you bump your hips back with your toes tucked for a little bit of toe stretch. You might get a little bit added shoulder benefit, reach one arm forward and kind of firmly plant it, but kind of act like you're trying to roll the mat up by pulling your hand towards you. Switching sides. Really opening up the back of the shoulders. Take a few more passes through. And we'll meet in tabletop. Once there, walk your hands forward. Bringing your head, chin, or chest to the mat. For more intensity in the stretch for your shoulders, you can rise up to your fingertips. Really opening up the back side of your shoulders. Take one more inhale wherever you are. Exhale, coming back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, bump your hips back for down dog. Go ahead and pedal your feet out. Checking out how your body feels. Making sure that you're pushing through the pads underneath your fingers. Making sure that the spot between the thumb and the forefinger is flat on the mat. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale, bump your ankles out, or your heels out to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bump your heels out to the left. Inhale, back to center. And we're going to do a little bit of a spinal wave. So you're going to inhale up to your tippy toes, push back your shoulders, and then lean forward, bringing your chest and head up for an up dog. And tuck your toes, take one inhale, exhale, coming back to down dog. I'm going to do two more of those. Inhale, moving through the spine. Exhale, returning back to down dog. Taking your time as you move through these. Take the last one at your own pace. Coming back to down dog, where we all meet. Walk your hands forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to relax into this position. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, letting your hands hang. Maybe let them rest on the mat. Whatever you need to feel comfortable, bend your knees as much as you need to. Shake your head, make sure your neck is loose. Rest your left palm on the mat. So if you would like to, you can add an extra wrist stretch. So instead of the palm, you can do the back of the hand. And we're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left. Inhaling your hand up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale. Exhaling your hand back down. Switch sides. Inhale. Your hand up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale. Exhale your hand back down to the mat. Inhale, roll your way up to standing. Once you're standing, inhale your arms up. Exhale back to your side. Clasp your right arm across your chest, hugging it in, getting a nice front shoulder stretch near the girdle. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Come back center and switch sides. Take one more inhale. Exhale to release. Pat yourself on the back with right hand, and then with your left, you're going to go over your head and give your elbow a nice pull, but make sure that you aren't tucking your chin into your chest. And go forward as you do this. Take one more inhale. Exhale to release and switch. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your side. Inhale your arms up. On your exhale, you're going to bring the left under the right. Clasp hands. If you can't get your palms to touch, you can grab your thumb, if that helps. And you're going to bring your elbows parallel to the floor, and then you're going to lean your head to your left shoulder, and then bump your hands out towards the right until you feel that stretch in the right shoulder girdle. It'll be more intense and more parallel. So if you want to use that, you can bring your elbows a little bit more towards your chest. Take one more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Inhale your arms up. And now right under left. Leaning your head towards the right, hands towards the left. Feeling that nice stretch along the shoulder. Taking deep breaths. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Unwind your arms. And so we're going to do the teacups. So to do this, we'll start on the right side. You have your palm facing up. You're going to want your palm always facing up the whole time that you're doing this. And to begin, you're going to swoop it underneath your armpit, point it out behind you, and then come around over your head and return to the starting position, and then just reverse that. So we're going to do 3 on each side. Making sure to keep the palm up, feeling the shoulder articulate and stretch. Actually, we're just going to do 2 on each side. And reverse. Acting like there's a teacup in your hand you don't want to spill. And once you finish the last one, maybe shake your arm out a little bit and then switch sides. Left hand palm up, tucking it underneath, making sure not to spill the tea. Reversing that. Taking your time so that you don't spill your tea. Last one, reverse. And now inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to high plank. And then bring your body flat to the mat. Forearms forward for Sphinx. So you're going to look over your right shoulder. And one thing that helps your shoulders, making sure that your neck muscles are nice and loose and flexible. Inhale back to center, exhale through all the way to the left. Muscles work in pairs and groups. So sometimes it's better to work around the muscle than directly on it. So just keep that in mind. Inhale back to center. Exhale, you're going to tuck your chin as close as you can to the notch in between your collarbones. And then you're going to push your neck towards the ceiling. Really stretching out the back of your neck and shoulders. Take one more inhale, exhale, come back to center. Last one in Sphinx. You're going to inhale and look up as high as you can, and then you're going to kind of try to point your chin forward as much as you can to get a stretch along the front of your throat. Take one more inhale, exhale, come back to center. Bring your chest to meet the mat. We're going to do shoulder roll next. So first we're going to start out with goalpost arms, and you're not going to get very far. You're going to want to keep your shoulder as flat to the mat as possible as you roll over to the side. You're not going to get too much, but it's going to be a nice stretch in those short muscles connecting the pectoral and shoulder muscles. And if you want just a little bit more intensity but can't roll, you can kind of move that back leg so that you can get some added gravity. Take one more inhale, exhale, rolling your chest back flat. We're not going to go all the way out to the side, but we're going to angle it about like 45-degree angle out, but keep your, not elbow locked, but straight. And then roll over. You can get a little bit further than you did before, but not as much as you usually do on a regular shoulder roll. This is going to get the tight muscle right underneath your armpit. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your chest back flat. Now extend your arm directly from your shoulder and roll over. Maybe you bring your opposite arm up in the air. Maybe you reach back towards the opposite hand. Looking towards the ceiling to help strengthen your neck muscles. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bringing your chest back flat from the mat and switch sides. Goalpost arms at the start, rolling onto that shoulder, messing around with the position of your foot and leg so that you can get the right amount of intensity for what you need. Take one more inhale, exhale, bringing your chest back flat to the mat. Extend your elbow out, about a 45-degree angle, and then roll onto your shoulder. Looking towards the ceiling to help strengthen your neck muscles, if that is comfortable for you. Take one more inhale, exhale, rolling your chest back flat once more, extending your arm out directly from the shoulder, and then rolling onto your shoulder, looking up towards the ceiling for an added stretch. Take one more inhale and exhale, bringing your chest back flat to the mat. And then roll over onto your backside. You're going to bring your arms overhead on an inhale. Lock your pointer fingers together. And while your pointer fingers are locked together, you're going to bring your right leg over to the left side. Your right shoulder is going to rise up a little bit. That's good. You're going to try to very subtly push it down towards the ground, and that'll give you a little bit of a stretch. Take one more inhale, exhale, bringing your right leg flat, left leg over. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back to center. I have no name for this pose, but it's a very unique one I found. So you're going to bring one of your big toes clasped with the other toe, and you're going to lock your hands, pinkies together, palms flat on the ground, and just stretch up over yourself. This is going to give you a little bit of shoulder relief, but it's going to feel real good in your lower back. You can even maybe put a bolster, towel, or blanket underneath your lower back. I would say about even with your belly button, and then lie on it, so you get a little bit more intensity out of this stretch. Take one more inhale. Exhale to relax your hands to your side. And we're going to inhale, hug your knee into your chest, move it around the socket, maybe look over each shoulder. Take one inhale, exhale, guide with your left hand, your right knee to the left side. And you're gonna want your knee to rest on the floor and extend your right arm out, and it's not going to touch the ground, and that's good. So you're gonna move the position of your arm around until you're feeling a stretch due to the weight gravity you exerting. Adjust it for where your body needs to stretch most. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bringing your right leg flat, hugging your left knee into your chest. Move around in the socket a little bit maybe, look over each shoulder. Take one more inhale. Exhale, guide your right knee over. Left knee with your right hand over to the right side. There we go. And bring the knee all the way to the floor. Extend your left arm out. And move it until you feel you're getting a good stretch. If your shoulder or if your hand touches the ground, that's okay. You have very open shoulders. Take one more inhale. Exhale, returning to center. We're going to do one last thing and then settle into Shavasana. So grab anything you need to feel comfortable. We're going to splay out like a starfish. And then you're going to inhale and then exhale, push away from yourself, the four corners stretching out your star. Keep stretching. Take one last inhale, exhale, returning back to Shavasana position, settling in for stillness and silence. For all of you at home, I appreciate you attending. Thank you for participating in this practice. You can lay in Shavasana as long as you need. I will leave you with this. Utmost love, appreciation, and gratitude to thee for participating in this practice with me. I bow in humble honor. The divine in me, honors the divine within you. May you go through the day with love and light. Namaste.